What is up, everybody? MediaLock here, and today we're doing something a little bit different. We're playing some StarMade. So, the past couple days, I have probably played this game like 30 hours probably, and I'm having a blast with this. So, the way this is going to work is we're going to be doing a tutorial series slash LP. So, we're going to be playing, but I'm going to try to explain most of the mechanics of the game. And we'll probably do this series until I've covered almost everything, and then we'll probably just add episodes, like if I want to do something cool like fly into a sun, or they do updates, that kind of thing. So we're going to go ahead and start off, and whenever you start off you have some basic items here. So also you'll notice that I have my mouse enabled, so I'm going to do that for the rest of my videos from now on. So we start off with some hull, these HTC 3.4 power blocks, these coil thruster blocks, weapons, computer, and antimatter cannons. So I'll explain what all this stuff does here in a second. But the first thing you want to do is, when you're starting out, you want to press B. You want to access the shop here. And you want to go ahead and sell some stuff. We're going to sell this hull because we don't need it. We're going to sell these antimatter cannons because we don't need it. And we're going to sell this weapons computer because we don't need it. Not starting off, because starting off you don't have that much money and you want to get a salvage ship right away. So now we're in the shop. You see several different options here. You have general, ship, factory, manufacturing, space station, and terrain. And all this stuff is different categories for blocks and items you can buy. But the first thing we really want to do is we want to go to ship. And when you click on ship, you'll see a bunch of different blocks, and I'll explain all of these blocks as we continue the series. But we want to buy a salvage computer, and then we want to buy some salvage cannons. Right now, I think I'm just going to buy 30 of them. So as you see, my credits are going down. I did have, like whatever, and now it's about half of what it was. So I have 30 salvage cannons and 1 salvage computer. And then we're also going to go up here in general, and in general, you'll see some other ship options here, like these power blocks. This is what powers your ship. They're kind of like the reactors. So we have 6, but we want some more because we want to be able to, expand in the future. So I'm going to buy some more power blocks. I'm also going to buy some more thrusters. Thrusters is what helps you move. And there's several techniques on how you can arrange all this stuff when you build your ship, and I'll try to cover as much as I can and as much as I can remember whenever we start. So hypercoil thruster. Let's go to ship. And then we want to find this thruster. It's down towards the bottom, so we want to buy some more. I'm going to go ahead and buy. You can do this buy quantity option. I'm going to go ahead and buy, let's see, 10 more. Sure. We want to be able to move fast. Yeah, 16. That's fine. So get out of the shop. And I'm actually flying around in my ship right now. So I changed my keys around, so my keys are going to be a little bit different. There's different modes you can do. You have the flight mode, which is the mode I'm in, and then I think in the normal key scheme it's F, but I have it set to caps lock. And we can actually, no, the normal menu is space, and I have it set to caps lock. And it's not actually working. Let's see. Go to keyboard, you can rebind almost everything, and I have a bunch of stuff rebind because I don't like the general scheme of things. So I have it set to, yeah, capital. Why is there no, maybe I'm not in a ship. Okay, so let's press X, let's create a new ship, and we'll just call it, caps lock is on, we'll call it Meaty Starter, sure. We'll call it Meaty Starter, and then you can press, oh yeah, I'm just in space right now, I don't have a ship at all. Okay, so this is the ship core. This is the central point of the ship. This is the thing you want to, this is how you get inside of the ship, all that kind of stuff. So you want it to be protected in the ship, but you also want to be able to access it. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to press R and get in our ship. And now we're going to press caps lock, and this is fly mode. As you can see, I'm flying around, I'm doing all this kind of stuff. And I have all my keys different, so there's roll buttons. I have my roll button set to Q and E. I have my brake button set to shift, but all this stuff is different. And then WSAD is for movement. WS is up and or forward and backwards. A and D is side to side. And then you also have space, which for me is up. On the general keyboard layout, I'm not sure which button it is, but I think space is change mode in normal key layout. And then you also have control, or I mean, sorry, I just recently changed all my settings, so I'm trying to get used to them again. Okay, so that's the movement stuff. Your space goes straight up, and then whatever button I have for down goes down. I can't really remember what it is at the top of my head right now. But we're going to go into build mode, and you press your build key, which is space, or your change mode key, which is space. And then we're going to start using these blocks. So the first thing I suggest setting up is power. So there's different ways to do this. I'm going to, so as you can see right here, the orientation of the blocks, you can change the orientation. I'll get to that here in a second, or maybe next episode. I'm not sure, when we build some more advanced stuff. But the orientation is facing this way. And that's the way your ship is actually facing. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that things like cannons and missiles is in the front of your ship. They don't really have to be, but that's the way I like to set them up. So, and you got to also remember that this is the view that you're going to have. You're going to be facing this direction whenever you're flying around. So a lot of people make the mistake of building on the wrong side of the core, and then their view is like out the side, and when they move around it's all funky and stuff. So you want to make sure you have the right orientation for your ship whenever you start building. And you can't orientate it once you do it. You'd have to destroy everything and rebuild it. So we're going to use some power using these power blocks. And the way this works is these power blocks are what power everything in your ship. If you have thrusters to help you move, they power the thrusters. If you have antimatter cannons, they power the antimatter cannons. If you have shields, they just power everything. And also the way this works is, you see I have this little cube right here, and then if we press I think it might be, okay, if you see in the left over there, it shows my power is 20,000 out of 20, or 20,000 out of 20,000, and my regen is 924 a second regen. So these, you start out with basic power, and then these blocks are actually your regen. There is power blocks, but we'll get to that here in a little bit. So you want more regen than you use from all your weapon systems and stuff. So now if I do something like this, you'll notice my power's not really going up that much, because the way these reactors work is they actually look at this invisible space right here, and they say there's actually blocks here. So you just kind of have to make a frame. So if I put these three right here, it went from like 950 to around 1,000. But if I put blocks right here, you can see it's majorly increasing. It almost doubled. That's because it's looking at this 3D space right here like there's actually blocks there. So what we're going to do is we're going to, let's see, tone this down a little bit. And I'm going to set up an adjacent one over here. And right now, I don't have that many blocks, but I'm actually using my power efficiently. I have 1,800 regen a second. So that's my power. Now we can set up some thrusters. Now these reactor blocks are some of the only things that that really work like this. Everything else you can, there's different layouts you can do. But I'm just going to show you what I know so far. So these are the thrusters. I'm going to put the thrusters right here. And you can see in the left that my thrust is 7.6. So if I add these blocks here, my thrust goes from 7 to 15. It almost doubled. There's different, you can play with this and see like if you can get more thrust out of doing certain ways. Like, let's not connect these. The corners are connecting, but the blocks themselves actually aren't connecting. Let's see what we actually get. So we added 4 more, and we have a thrust of 15. So let's do 4 more right here, and we have a thrust of 15. Okay, so the way you orient these doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to place these right here. Now I have a thrust of 23, and then I'm just going to connect all of these right here. Now I have a thrust of 28, and I've used all of my blocks. Now this is the thrust, and if I press my key to go back into flight mode and stop, you can see I'm moving a lot faster now. A lot faster because my thrust is a lot higher. It was 0 and now it's like times 25 faster. Or maybe not. That's maybe not that much faster, but whatever. So I'm going to go back in the build mode. My ship is parked. I'm going to start adding some salvage cannons. So the first thing you want to do before you actually add cannons or missiles or antimatter cannons, stuff like that, you want to get the computer that corresponds with that thing. So, for example, salvage cannons is what I use to mine resources. I want a salvage computer. So whenever you place the salvage computer, you can press C to highlight blocks. You want to make sure before you build any sort of antimatter cannons or salvage cannons that you want to have their corresponding computer highlighted. So I'm going to take these salvage cannons and I'm just going to place a little array right here in the front. And these are like the thrusters. They don't, if you stick them together, then, okay, for example, I'm actually just going to show you. So let's go back into flight mode here, and you see my cannons on the right. Oh, there's a little bug where it doesn't actually show the cannons. But I'll actually do a better example with that here in a second. So this is actually one cannon. So since these are all connected by adjacent blocks, it takes the centermost block and it sends all the power from all these other blocks and sends it to this one, and you're going to get one beam. Now, for example, if I remove these so none of the blocks are touching, I'm actually going to get 5 beams. So you can set up these however you want. That makes most sense to you, but I'm just going to do, I think I'm going to do two little powerful ones. You know, not super powerful, but you know, it does the job. So I'm actually going to place another row right here, and we're actually using 18 blocks to power one beam on each side. Okay, so I'm out of blocks, so I'm actually just going to remove these, and I'm going to do it in this little fashion here. And let's see. Sure, we got little pointy things. So this is going to be, you know, however many blocks per cannon. I guess 14 per cannon, something like that. So we can go back. We can press T to open up the weapons menu, and you'll see the salvage computer is set to key number 1, and the docking beam, which is just what your core does by default, is set to 0. So you can actually click on it, and then you can press 2, and as you see, it's moving down in my hotkey bar right there. I'm going to press 1 and keep it down there. And type is salvage, and it shows that unit 1 has a salvage speed of 0.27 and unit 2 have a salvage speed of 2.27. So the more cannons you added this, the higher the speed. And I guess I can actually show you the different cannons right now. So this is the best way to do it. So now this is actually 5 separate cannons. So if you press T and go back to salvage computer, you'll see that I have a lot of different units now. I have 6 because I have 1 over here and 5 over here. So I have 6 total. So it's going to show that my unit 1 has a salvage speed of 7, and unit 2 have a salvage speed of 0.27777. So it actually looks like this is nowhere near as powerful as these, unless the salvage speed is, yeah. So we're actually going to remove these, and we're going to do it in this way. So this is what I call the staggered format. I think some people call it the just staggered, I guess. So we're going to do this little way and see what happens to the speed. So we press T, we click on salvage computer, and it shows that the speed is 3. That is really weird. Maybe that's a bug. I'm not exactly sure. Because I feel like they should be way more powerful. But none of these are connected. So let's actually let's do some testing here. This is 0.6. Maybe it's the lower the number, the faster it is. Maybe that's how it works. So I'm actually just going to place these back on here. And we're just going to go test it out. I think that's really the best way to do it, is test it out. So now that we have the salvage chip, the first thing you want to do, and this is probably the last thing I'll do this episode, is actually, the first thing you want to do is, especially if you build like this, you're going to have these cannons blocking your view. So you want to press B, go back in the shop. Oh, and I'm flying. Oh, and I need to go back to flight mode. I need to hold shift to brake. Go back to the shop. And then we want to buy a cockpit. Cockpits are... So you only have one view in your ship, and that's from your main core. But if your core is in the center of your ship, then everything's going to block it, and you're not going to be able to see outside. So that's what cockpits are for. So we're going to buy not enough credits. Oh wow! So let's sell this, and let's sell these 2 salvage cannons, and then we're going to buy one of these cockpits, and then we're going to go back to build mode. And we're going to place this cockpit right in. Let's place it right here. Okay, so we go back into fly mode, and you see this is my main computer now. If I use one of the left or right arrow keys, it'll switch between your cockpits so you can change views. So right now I only have 2 views, my main computer and my cockpit, so I can only switch between those 2. But this is a better view, so we're actually going to show a new little tip called the navigation. So you can press N, open navigation, and this will show you what's in your little sector, I guess, or your, I don't know exactly what area, how big this goes, but I'm assuming it's a sector. So in this sector, there's my ship on the map. There's the shop, which is about 2,000 meters away, and then there's another shop that's 2,000 meters away, and then there's the shop we're at right now. So that's not what we want. We want to find a station. So we're actually going to go a little ways out. Let's go to this sector here and see if we can find a station. Okay, so I'm pretty sure we're in the sector now, so let's fly around a little bit, and let's press in. And do we see a station? Nope, we don't see a station. So let's keep going, and actually let's test out the salvage beams here. So this is an asteroid. I don't really recommend, in your starting area, your asteroids aren't going to have a lot of great loot, but you can kind of go around them and see if you can find some ores. Like here's some ore right here. As you can see, my beams are, there's a little graphical glitch we can't see it, but my beams are actually harvesting this rock right now. And if I press I, look at my inventory. Actually, no, it's down here on the hotkey bar. You can see I got some extranium, and some quatogen, whatever that is, and some rock. Okay, so let's head on to this next sector here. I don't know why the beams aren't showing up. It just seems like a weird bug. I don't know. Hopefully they fix that in the next update. So I think we're actually in the next sector. So let's press in and see if we have a... So there's a shop right there. And you'll find shops and stations and stuff throughout the galaxy. But you'll also encounter pirates and pirate stations with turrets and stuff on them. So there's not a big variety right now. There's only one type of pirate station and then one type of normal station. And then there's only one type of pirate ship. And then there's also trading guild ships, which if you attack a shop, a trading guild fleet will come and attack you. And they're kind of hard to deal with at first. So we're in a new sector. Let's see. No more stations. Normally there's always a station like right there at the beginning. I don't know why I can't find one. But let's just keep flying until we encounter one. Okay, ship. So let's head to this new sector here. We're in the new sector. And looks like there is another shop. And there's a station right there. So if you press in, you can click on whatever one of these navigation points here. And as you see, I have a white line or a white arrow that points me in the direction. And then this is highlighted. So I can just go towards this and I should find the station. So it's about 1,500 meters away. It's going to take a little bit to get here. Oh yeah, almost there. And as you see, there's planets, and planets will have different types of ores, different types of materials that you can use on your ship. But I suggest going to a station starting off, because that's where you're going to find the most valuable loot at starting. Oh, and I just now completely screwed up. No. Now I pressed R and left my ship. Okay, well, I'm going to pause it, and I'll be back once I get to my ship. Okay, I'm back, guys. It took me a little bit to get to my ship. It was like 400 meters away. But before we harvest this station, I'm going to show you a neat little trick. So let's say I'm disoriented and the station's all like upside down and stuff. A neat little thing you can do is you can press C, and it'll reorient you in like straight up. So there you go. There's that little tip. And also you can press F and it'll lock onto something that you're looking at. So let's say I want to target this sector, or this rock right here. I can press F on it, it'll target it. The station, F on it, it'll target it. So that's awesome. That's a neat little trick. And then let's see, let's harvest. So the most valuable thing about the station is definitely the glass here. It's called plexiglass. So you can get a little bit of it. You don't have to get all of it, since, you know, starting out you're not going to have that many salvage cannons, so you're not going to do it very fast. But we want to salvage as much glass as we can. And this glass is worth a lot. So I don't know if the future, this seems kind of OP, because this is really the best way to start no matter what. And I don't know if the future, if they'll make these guys like defend themselves if you attack them, or have like fashion blocks or something. But yeah, this is the best way to start for now. I'm assuming this will probably change in the future. So you get as much glass as you want out of here. And then once you get it, you don't have to get all of it, just as much as you think, just a little bit. You know, just let's press I, and actually let's press I and see how much glass we actually have. We have 171, which might not seem like a lot, but that's actually going to give me a lot of money. I have 1,700 credits right now. So now let's take this loot and let's find a shop. There's a shop 1,900 meters away. So let's go back to the shop and sell all of this stuff. And I'll actually meet you guys back at the shop. Okay, we're back at the shop. That only took a few seconds. I probably shouldn't have paused it. But we're back here, and I'm pressing shift, or my shift button for brake. I don't know what the brake is in the main control scheme. But we're going to press B, open up the shop. And we're going to take this glass, and we're just going to drag it to the shop and sell it. And as you see, I only started out with like 25,000 credits, and I sold some stuff, and I think I got maybe 40,000 total, something like that. I don't know the exact numbers. But I only have 182 glass. So you can see it's giving me 337,000 credits, which is enough to get a lot of stuff. I'm going to go ahead and sell this gray hull, this red hull, this yellow hull, all of this ore here. The ores by themselves and rocks and stuff aren't worth that much. If you mine a lot of ore, like high level ore, then you can get some money. But if you just go to the asteroid and mine all the rock, you're not gonna. They're only worth like 10 credits a piece, so you're not gonna get that much money. But yeah, I think that's the basics of StarMade. I think I'm gonna end the episode here, guys. If you enjoyed the video, click the like button. Also, if I'm thinking about starting another StarMade series where we look at player-created ships and stuff. I think it's going to be pretty awesome. And also, I'm going to still be doing Minecraft Daily. So the StarMade is probably going to happen maybe 2 to 3 times a week on top of Minecraft Daily. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed the episode, or you think you're going to enjoy the series, click the like button. Comment down below if you have any questions. I'll try to cover it in the future episodes. I love your faces, and I will see you next time.